Hello, everybody. This is complete spontaneity happening right now. I'm kind of in my moo gown and the comforts of my home on this cold day. But I today I'm taking y'all in my crazy barn where I do all of my um, I want to call it hobbies. I guess we'll call it hobbies. Even though candle making was once, always meant to be a business for me. And that's what I've been doing the past 18 years, 1998 through 2014. So I wanted to come on here and, being that my channel is new, I'm, just using each day and each video, having faith that, whatever is meant to come through on this channel it's going to happen. So, uh, I'm enjoying it along the way, and I'm not going to get too perfection about it, as y'all can probably already tell in my videos, because I'm not the best editor and videographer yet. I'm learning as I go. But anyway, I have started this year, actually, it's been just a couple of months now, reading the Bible from page 1 to the end with a group that I actually found Nathan Wheeler on YouTube, because YouTube has been my hangout for like the past 2 years. And I have some testimonies to add to my page of part of my spiritual journey that I haven't quite done yet. Just like today is possibly the first of the start of it. Um, anyway, I found him on YouTube through his testimony, and he has started a Bible study. I'm letting y'all see all my crazy stuff here. I wear a lot of hats, y'all. I do quite a bit of stuff. So, and we'll get into that along the way also. But anyway, um, he has a Facebook page called Yahweh, and we've been as a group doing the study every Sunday. I believe he's in California, so it's 3 o'clock Sunday Central Time. And I've missed the last 2 Sundays, but I try to keep up on my own. And he posts the live videos. They're usually about 2 hours long, and we're doing 5 chapters at a time. We actually just finished the book of Genesis. And so today I just spent the last 2 hours fermenting apples and listening to the live replay of the last 5 chapters of Genesis. And it um, it made me want to come on and talk about why at the end of my videos or in my comments that I put, have faith, shine your light, and share the blessings. My candle business was always meant to be a business, and I was able to achieve for the past 20 years to keep everything secret, like a chef's secret recipe. I even had my employees sign a confidentiality contract. So I closed the candle business in 2014, and those that know my candles, they were very well known. I've shipped them everywhere. This is some of my candle making stuff back here. Okay, that's just even a small portion of it. There's a video on here of my story, part 1. I guess we can call this possibly part 2, but anyway, one thing that I always wish that I could have done, y'all see the action in the factory, because it's fascinating, and uh, there was just a lot of love in my factory with my staff, and the joy of us making these candles. Um, so today, through the Bible study, it it came into my heart to come on here and explain why I say have faith, shine your light. In during parts of the years of my business, there were times where I do feel I was kind of bullied by certain people. I do believe that God gives us gifts. We all have gifts within us, and sometimes you're gonna get kind of bullied for shining your light. I hope this makes sense to somebody, because it happens to me many, many times. And sadly, it's possibly through jealousy. or someone that just doesn't believe that they have it within them. And I do the things that I do because it brings me joy. And also, as I've gotten older, I do the things that I do to shine light back to God, because I couldn't do these things if it wasn't the Holy Spirit wasn't in me giving me these visions and these ideas. It's gonna make me cry. Um, so after reading the Genesis, there's just so much there that I never knew. We never focused on the Old Testament when I grew up in Church of Christ. Then the focus was on the New Covenant, so I never really tapped into the Old Testament until now, and that's because I was seeking truth. I got tired of being tired. I got tired of being hurt. I got tired of, um, I want to. I don't want to live with a heart of unforgiveness and rejection, or after being bullied for not understanding why that person did what they did, and forgive them for they do not know. Right? Where's the truth? It's in the Bible. So um, that's what I'm after. I'm after seeking truth and letting my heart be free. So I wanted to come out here though to show y'all this lamp over here that I was making at the Candle Cottage the last year that I was open, and it was at the railroad track location. Those of you that know Candle Cottage in Nederland, and it was basically an old building. It was 100-year-old building that my husband and I turned the warehouse into my factory part, and we remodeled the front for the storefront area to sell the candles and stuff. This is one of my jar candles. We did all kinds. This is all. I started fooling around with pillars towards the end. Anyway, I'm going to move these things around because I want y'all to hear my story on this. Okay, I was having a creative block, and I found a book called Artist Way, and I joined a group of about 25 women, and I drove by myself to do this study of this book. And little did I know, I made these for everybody. Shine light, let your light shine. They're cute little. I do a lot of faux bakery with silicone and wax and stuff, and I'm hoping to come on and show y'all. The battery's not working, so the little light is coming on. But little did I know, there were only 3 Christians in this group, and I'm not sure. I think that I just know that I was attacked very hard in this group when I gave my testimony. It was my turn to stand up in front of the women and share my shine your light story with them, and they shut me down and completely attacked me. And I left there with my tail tucked under, and it was but I felt God was with me still. I was really okay, as painful as it was. I was really okay, because I knew that God wanted me to do this. And anyway, here's what I tried to share with the girls that day. Okay, this is a faux cake, and I went to the dollar store. I'd never heard of this, but they had I went to the counter. I was going to buy this lampshade right here and this light right here. And when I get to the checkout counter, the lady told me she couldn't sell it to me. And I was like, why? And she said, well, it's got a red sticker on it. When it has a sticker on it, we can't sell it to you. She said, well, let me go talk to my manager. And she comes back and she said, well, actually, if it has a red sticker, we can sell it to you for $1. I'm like, what? Because I stood in the aisle really debating if I should buy these 2 things, trying to be frugal and not spend money. And then that happened, and I was like, oh my Lord, God wanted me to have this lamp for some reason, So away I went with the lamp, and I went back to the factory, to the Candle Cottage. And I was at that time experimenting with resins and different hard mediums other than wax, because I did finally at some point get frustrated with wax because I couldn't get specific designs unless I learned silicone molds. And it becomes very expensive to buy silicone and try to make your own molds, and you have to learn how to sculpt. in wax also to let that be whatever you're trying to design or mold. Okay, if all that makes sense. So these are some roses that I sculpted out of clay and I baked in the oven. And I'm going to do some videos to teach you guys how to do these also. Anyway, so I'm building on this lamp and it gets a little bit crazier and crazier, but I'm having so much fun making something beautiful like I like to do. And I had the cord of the lamp through this giant cake. There's also styrofoam and stuff in here. We will make one of these on video one day. Okay, so my cousin Lance Hebert, he's a welder and he can build things like cabinets and he's just amazing. Okay, well, he happened to come to the shop that day and he was like, "Let me do a drill bit that'll fit down in that cake," and I'm like, "Okay." Okay. So he brings me back this drill bit, y'all. Like, it was as tall as this filing cabinet right here. He had welded a bit so that I could router out a hole and go through all this resin that it had hardened on me and fish my cord through this. Okay. So I drilled and I got that hole done. And then I'm trying to stick my finger in here and I'm trying to pull everything out. And I think a customer might have come in and I had to go to the front. And I got sidetracked for 5 months, y'all. 5 months. I didn't go back to this cake. But you see this ring on my finger? It's a ring that I wear. I don't even remember where I got it. But it says faith on it. And I always wear it where, let me see, hold on. I always wear it where people can read it because I have my faith, and I will admit it gets as small as a mustard seed sometimes, and I talk about that in some of my videos. But that's a gift to us. Hang on to that mustard seed. Be grateful that we can even have that, you know. But anyway, it says faith on it, and I lost that ring. I cooked supper that night. The last night I fooled with this, and I thought I threw it in the garbage because after cleaning up the kitchen, and so I'm trying to keep my business alive. We were coming to the tail end of everything. That was the last shop that I had. I'd moved 5 times my shop. And so I guess between that chaos and deciding to close that year, that December, and then we spent the whole, I lost y'all. Plus I had to hire a mover. I got sidetracked. Well, I walked back by that cake. Every time I walked back into the factory, I was probably, you know, filling orders, and I had to put the cake aside because I had to fill orders and take care of customers. But every time I walked by that cake, I just felt this pull, like I've got to get back to that cake. Finally, 5 months later, I go back to this cake on the table, waiting on me to finish it. I'm like, where did I leave off? I had to really think it through. And I was like, what was I doing last? And this was still not pulled all the way out. So I was digging my finger in there to try to get the cord out. And lo and behold, my ring falls out. My ring fell out. I just cried. I just started crying because I just knew, I just felt God's presence so much that day because I knew that transitions were fixing to happen in my life. I was going to close a business that I had put my heart and soul into for 18 years. And he was there to let me know, no matter what is ahead, it is going to be okay. And it didn't get easier. And it still hasn't gotten easier, but my faith, I kid you not, has gotten stronger. I've pretty much been on a sabbatical since closing in 2014. I've been on a lot of different career journeys, and I'm at the point now where why do I have to always be so business minded? I really just want to enjoy things and not be so business minded, you know. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now. And in my sabbatical, it really disconnected me from the earthly life. You know, my business was based around holidays. We were going to Dallas Market every quarter, buying ornaments to go with our candles, and we would have a beautiful display. Our store was beautiful. I mean, it was. And I loved everything about it. But I'm not the same person that I was. I just, I want to share my blessings. I want to share my knowledge. I want to give someone else hope, give someone else faith in themselves, to believe in themselves that they too can make things beautiful and find beauty in this crazy, ugly world we live in. So I don't know. I need to start coming on and sharing my journeys with y'all that I'm kind of holding back on right now. There's more to come. So I'm going to call this part 2. Let your light shine. I gave everybody one of these that day, and it was awful. It was just an awful experience, especially the leader of the whole group shut me down completely. She didn't even let me finish my testimony. So, but I love them, and they're in my heart, and we just gotta love our enemies, guys. Gotta love our enemies, and just pray for truth to be revealed to their hearts, because they can have a much more loving life if they knew how to love and what the truth really was. And there's no deceptions or veils over their heart and their eyes. But anyway, I hope this blesses somebody. So this is why I say at the end of my videos and throughout my videos and in my text and titles, and to have faith, to shine your light, and to share your blessings. So if y'all will, please pray with me on some direction with the candles, because I can really do some awesome teaching on candle making. And I will gather pictures and make a full video of the whole 20-year journey, so you can see these products that I made along with my staff. But it's just something that I don't know if it's the right thing to do, because I still have business debt that we're trying to pay. I have a couple of people interested in buying the candle cottage, and I could always bring Blueberry back, but I don't know if I want to have a business again. So maybe God wants me to teach. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you guys, and just leave me a comment, please. Leave me some little love notes, and thank you for taking the time to listen and watch my video. It's very spontaneous. I chose to go live for that reason, and also because I'm running out of room on my phone to video and make YouTube videos. I lost a whole day's worth yesterday of work that I did for y'all of videos. Anyway, have faith, shine your light, be blessed, share the blessings, give someone a hug today. Love y'all.